Welcome back. Remember how we tested our drum if it was making a sound by clicking on it, and it made a sound each time we clicked on it, alright? Now we're going to also make our singer one sprite to make a sound each time she is clicked on, alright? She's going to sing. Alright, so let's work on that now. Alright, so now what we're going to do is to make sure that the singer one is selected, alright, by clicking on the singer one down here. Alright, make sure that this blue shade around the drum sprite is on the singer sprite. Alright, make sure anything you're doing, make sure that the sprite you're working on is actually selected. If not, you might just be coding what you want a different sprite to do on another sprite. Alright, it's just like I want you to eat, and I call your brother or your sister, and I'm feeding your sister and saying, alright, I hope you're eating. Alright, and it's you that I want to actually eat. You get? So any sprite you're working on, make sure that that sprite is selected, so that any code, any block you bring out, you'll be giving a command to that particular sprite. Alright, so what we're going to do now is to make sure that the singer one sprite is selected. Pause this video, select your singer one sprite, come back, click play, and we'll continue. Alright? Now you must have selected your singer one sprite, and your coding area should be empty. Alright? It should be empty. So now what I want to do is that we're also going to bring out the event block for the singer one sprite. Remember, an event block is a block that starts up a code. Alright? And the event for the singer one sprite is also when this sprite clicked. Alright? So when you touch the lady, she's going to actually sing. I will not do that again. Alright? So we'll go to events by the left here, the fourth one, 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see the events, the yellow block, events, and we drag out when this sprite clicked. Alright? So pause this video, go and bring out your event block when this sprite clicked. When you do that, come back, click play, and we'll continue. I'll be here waiting for you. Yeah, at this point, I'm sure you must have brought out your event block saying when the sprite clicked. Alright? So what we're going to do now is to tell the singer one sprite what to do when she is clicked. Alright? So for that, we're going to go to sound this time around, not music. Sound. Alright? So let's go to the sound category, the third one, sound. Alright, and then we want the play sound block, play sound. Alright, play sound until done. Alright, but we have a problem. The sound we want to use is not the one we have in the block. And if we click on that arrow pointing down, there's no other sound there. That means we need to bring the sound we want her to say. Alright, we need to bring the sound we want her to make. Alright, so let's say we take this one the way it is, the pop sound. Alright, play pop, and we are clicking on her. That's not the sound we want. Alright, someone can't just come on stage to make a pop sound. Does that make any sense? Alright, so this is not the sound we want, but just bring out your pop sound until done, attach it to when this sprite clicked. When you come back, we'll continue. So pause this video, bring out your play sound, pop until done, and then when you come back, we'll continue. Alright, now welcome back. Remember the way we have our sprite library and our backdrop library? Interestingly, we have our sound library. Alright, now in our sound library, that's where we get any kind of sound we want. Alright, so how do we get to the sound library? At the top of your Scratch interface, where you have code, you see costumes, and you see sounds. Alright, so click on sounds. Alright, you should see a page like this. Now go down here, you will see the sound, something like a speaker and a plus sign asking you to choose sound. Alright, so click on choose sound, and tada, we have our sound library having a lot of sounds. We have our sound library having a lot of sound. So let's test some of the sounds. Let's try this. Wow. Alright, so we have different sounds here. Alright, but this time around, the sound we want, just like the way in our sprite library and our backdrop library, we also have categories. Alright, the sound we want should be in any of the categories up here. Alright, but in a situation where, like I said before, you don't know the category what you're looking for falls under, you can just use the search box. Alright, so now we're going to use the search box and we'll type Singer1. Alright, so I'll come to the search box and I'll type Singer1, Singer. Alright, you see there, Singer1. Alright, so pause this video, search for your Singer1. When you find it, come back, click play, and we'll continue. Alright. Now you're back. You must have found your Singer1 sound in your sound library. Alright, so when it's found, just click on the sound, boop, and then tada, you have your Singer1 sound. Alright, now go to the coding section again. So just like we went to sound, let's go back and click on code, because we want to code now. Alright, so what we want to do is simply change from pop to Singer1. Alright, so come to the block where you have pop, click on that arrow pointing downwards, the white arrow pointing downwards like this. Alright, click on it, and now you see another option, Singer1. Select Singer1. Alright, so pause this video, make sure your play sound block is no longer saying pop, it's now saying Singer1. When you're done, come back, click play, and we'll continue. Alright? Yes, so we are done with the Singer sprite making a sound. So just test your Singer by clicking on her. Make sure she's singing. Alright? Yeah, so just click on your Singer, make sure she's singing. Alright? So this is the end of this lesson, where we learned how to add our sounds from sound library. We also learned how to select the specific sound we want, alright, on our play sound blocks. So in the next lesson, we're going to continue. Bye for now.